Hey guys, it's Henry from Mowers and Blowers again. Do you guys remember this old snapper that I got a tip from Frank, the UPS guy? I picked it up for free. You know, I started it once and, you know, it ran okay. The carburetor was all leaky and all that stuff, and used a makeshift gas tank, whatever. And then, you know, I tried to fix the carburetor and stuff like that. Changed it like 3 times with 3 different ones. You know, it always leaks and stuff like that. But, you know, I haven't been able to get this damn thing started for, you know, since then. Hasn't started since then. So I'm thinking like the engine's like bad and stuff like that, because even no matter what, you know, there's spark, there's fuel. Even when I spray carb cleaner inside, it still doesn't. So I think there's something wrong with the compression or something like that. Can't check the valves because it doesn't have a overhead valve, you know, it's just the cylinder head over there. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but anyway, while I was dreading working on this damn thing, I was watching some YouTube videos on guys that have made those ice cooler air conditioning systems. Well, my truck over there, it's brutal without AC. It didn't come with AC, just wasn't an option, you know. I mean, sure there was an option, but this one didn't have it, so it doesn't have AC, so it's hotter than hell. So I bought like this small little fan from China. It's like $5 or whatever. I think I have a video about that too. Anyway, I decided that I'm going to take a old, you know, Igloo Playmate thing that's kind of busted, you know. I found it. It was free. Anyway, so I used my grinder and with the cutting board, I did like a semicircle, whatever. I'm sorry, not a semicircle, a circle. And this fan that I got for $5 from China, it works, you know, when you plug it into the cigarette lighter, you know. So I figured I'd cut a hole in here, and inside I have like, I would put like 3 or 4 water bottles that I've frozen in the refrigerator or the freezer. And they say it actually, you know, works, you know. And such a small cabin over there, I guess over time it would, you know, the cool air would come out and stuff like that. So I'm giving it a try, and it's like a little project, whatever. I really don't want to work on that, so I'm kind of interested in seeing how this thing works. Got this PVC pipe. It's curved. I'm gonna probably put a hole on the bottom because that's where all the ice is and stuff, right? And as long as you have air going in there being pushed out, right, the air is going to circulate throughout. And I think closer to the ice, the air would be cooler. You know what I'm saying? So I'll just put a hole there, stuff that in there, right? Tape it down, and the air will exit this way, and it should be cold air. So if I just keep this in the passenger side seat, you know, while I'm driving and stuff, with the windows closed, I don't know, maybe it will make a difference. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm curious as to, you know, if that'll work or not. So that's what I'm going to do. Next is I'm going to solidify this with some white duct tape, which I have. It's amazing. And I'll put a hole there, tape that down, throw those ice bottles in there, and see what we got. I mean, the only bad thing about me putting it so low, I want to put it low because that's where all the ice is. You know what I'm saying? However, if I put regular ice and not just bottles of ice, it'll eventually melt, and then water will go in here, you know? So that's a thing that I want to think about. I don't think I would put regular ice in there. I would just put bottles of frozen ice. Oh, we'll see how it goes. I'll put it down here because that's where all the ice is. So I've taped that down pretty well. Looks pretty good. I didn't want too much hot air going in there, as long as it's got a force of air with an air intake, you know. So I basically decreased the amount of air that's going in there. Because the bigger you have the hole, the more cold air would leak out, you know. So smaller air intake, as long as you're getting a circulation of air going out, that's good enough, you know. At least that's what I think. So I've got this round diamond cutter. It's about the same diameter as that pipe, which is perfect, you know. So I think, I don't know, that's where the insulation is, so probably right around there. You know, I'm just going to eyeball it, man. It's free. I don't care. It's an experiment. Cool. Oh, now I know what's inside. Actually, styrofoam-ish kind of thing. Cool. Should I cut this like that? Or should I leave it like an exhaust pipe? I think I should cut it and make it flush so it won't get into the way and stuff like that. Yeah, I should cut it. Got some extra gasket maker. It's starting to harden, so I figured I'd use it, you know. Cool. Look at that. Not bad. I'm not even going to touch that. It's fine. That was easy. Now I'll just get my, I'll wait for that to dry a little bit. And I'll get my ice. You know, bottles of water that I froze in the refrigerator overnight. Put it in there, plug it in, sit in there, and see if I sweat or if I'm cool. So I've let the gasket maker cure, sitting in the sun. Seems pretty good. I went inside and got my frozen bottles. I'm gonna put it inside and give it a try. Obviously, I could put a lot more. I'm gonna go sit in my truck now. It's really hot in there. Okay, I'm in the car now, and it's really hot. I'm gonna plug it in. Wow. It's cold air, like AC cold air. Seriously guys, this is AC cold air. I won't start the engine yet because I think my battery's still pretty good, and I don't think that takes up that much electricity. But if this is on for a long duration of time, I might have to start the engine to keep the battery going, you know. But I'm gonna let it run for a little bit and see if I'm not that cold yet. So I'll let it run for a little while. I had to turn on my engine. You know, I guess this would work if I had like maybe 5 of these, you know, but you know, if I had a bigger cooler, which is what the other YouTube videos had, a bigger cooler with more ice, like if I filled this, look, this is only up to here, but if I filled it all with ice, I bet you it would make a difference. The fan is kind of small, so the amount of air coming out is limited, you know, it's like a small light breeze. Nevertheless, it is cool air though, like the same kind from the AC. Not as cold, but I'm sweating. I mean, I guess it would work if it was bigger, but, you know. Anyway, thought I'd give it a try. See you guys next time on Mowers and Blowers.